breach, busting out my wallet, trap hoes, eating dick and pussy popping breach, all hanging up around my closet. Millie rocking in the streets, blowing za. Bad bitch from the fort and she fly. In the trap, counting stacks in the sky. Every obstacle they threw, I survived. My money up so vibrant, ice out that hydrant. Y'all hoes can't find it. I'm out here grinding, moving tags, retail, flip work and resell. Y'all cap, y'all jail, go hard, excel. Breach, 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 breach. Inhale, then toast, steady reaching on post. They be doing the most. Come here, checking them ghosts. Breach for the mids, breach for the kids, breach for the drip, breach for the kids. What's up, what's up, what's up, world? It's your boy and your bae, your girlfriend, the one they love, you hate, imitated, often tried to be duplicated, the one and only, the lovely, irreplaceable, spicy Cajun in the building, and you are now listening to and rocking with another episode of the So Spicy Podcast, the official season 4. It is going down. Season 4, the official episode 4. We're in the building. Clap it up, make some noise. Welcome yourself. Get your asses in here. It's going down. Okay. So, I recently started like working on this whole new other app, you guys, so please forgive me because today's another episode, but it's an episode like no other because I'm actually broadcasting live as we speak through a Bigo app as well, but they're not able to be verbal because I got their asses on me today. Right now, this hour. However, I did come to you guys very live, very lit stories, topics out the A-Nas. It's going down. And y'all know how we did it before. So, first up, we got here, Porsche Williams' fiance, Simon Gudaba, claps back at Wendy Williams for insinuating he owns a hut. Right. Go figure. So, do we smack the shit out of Wendy Williams now, or do we smack the shit out of her later? Because I think I when I was in public school, like not even middle school, I think but maybe middle school. Okay, maybe public school and middle school. That's when I thought Africa, when I heard African people were in my class and they were like, oh, they're African and they were rude or some shit, and we argued with them. We were like, that's why you live in the rocks and the huts. That's why you come from the grass on the ground sleeping with fucking wood sticks over for your roof for your house. Like, but, you know, that's ignorance, of course. But, I mean, all children are ignorant until they're taught better, you know? But, however, for adults to still be thinking that way, for me, it's like, wow. Okay. However, I do understand where the heat may have come from, may or may not have come from. Because the story as it goes, Porsche Williams, who is now engaged to Simon Gubudia, I hope I'm saying his name right, he actually belonged to a former housewife. And there was so much drama, and there was so much, how do you say, it was just so much just shit behind it. So much confrontation and some more shit, because people were bashing Porsche, saying, okay, so you hung around this girl and her husband or whatever, and you knew that he was worth $40 million, and you were dating someone, you had your own turmoil, and at the end of the day, you chose to still date this woman's husband. Most women in the world, well, yeah, because it was her husband, and of course they're not now because they're divorced, of course, because he's super mega rich. But you know what I say? I'm totally on the fence with that right there, because I feel as though I hate to see someone break a happy home. But let's just go to the other views of it. What if the home was not happy and the home needed to be because I mean, let's just be honest, people. Some of these relationships out here has ran its course. Okay? I have a lot of my listeners right now in the check-in listening that have relationships that have ran its course. Okay? They had their sunny days, they've had their flowers, they've had their dates, they've had some more shit. Now it's just over. Just done. Stinking, rotten, finished kapuki. Okay? Kapluki. Kapluki, like a bad case of OD diarrhea dookie. It's over. I know. And I think that it's very important for some people to recognize that or whatever, especially when they rich. You gotta, if you rich and you stand, shout out to all my rich people out there that's in a relationship that they realized that they wasn't happy in and they got the fuck up out of there. Got the fuck up out. Even if you ain't rich, if you got money, you outside, you got your own home, own cars and shit like that, you outside. Like, I can understand a half broke nigga or a broke nigga being in a relationship that they not really happy. And I get it. You have to settle. It's a lot of things going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody that's extremely wealthy, like, I agree. I would not have stayed around to be in a relationship with anyone. And I'm wealthy. What the fuck? And I'm not happy. I'm out of there. The fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Scottish on the check-in. Scottish.
Yeah.
You mad rich, right?
Big rich.
By the way, my brother's Scottish, real quick. He on the check-in. Just on the check-in. You mad rich, right? You in a relationship you're not happy in. So you staying or you out?
I'm out of there. I pay to get out of there. You know what,
counseling or what? No counseling, or is just you straight going?
I mean, if it's no marriage, we ain't no counseling at all.
Okay. I'm talking about a marriage, Scottish. You're worth $40 million.
If it's a marriage.
This guy was worth, I'm going to give you his scenario real quick before you go. His scenario, he was worth $40 million, right? And he was hanging around some rich female friends of his wife and shit, and they socialites. Badass Porsche women. Porsche from Housewives of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, however, one thing led to another. I don't know what it led to, but next they met as friends and they socially chilled. Next thing you know,
rich.
All I know, she is his fiance now. So a lot of people are saying that they're wrong, that's really dirty, it's messed up, it's sneaky, it's some more shit. And some people are saying, hey, I'm just happy for them being happy. I'm on both sides of the gate because I do feel like, anybody that takes someone's husband is kind of a sour, sad situation. But, however, I'm on the other side that, hey, if it made you happy, if it made everyone happy, then, hey, let's go. I'm sure if he was worth $40 million, whoever his wife was, he didn't leave her, the first wife, he didn't leave her starving. So, hey, it was someone else's turn. Some of these men out here, guys, like, I have to just say that some of these men out here that have a lot of money, they just don't want to stick with the same shit for forever. Like, boo. Not all, but some of them lied when they said, hey, I want to be with you forever. I do. They lied. They just testing it out for a couple years, and it's like they getting a new car. If a rich man can't stay with one car all his life until he die, why the fuck would he stay with one piece of pussy all his life until he die? Think about it. You do the math. Make it make sense.
They upgrade the new car every year.
Make it make sense. They upgrade that shit a few times a year if they real rich.
That's why they lease cars, so they can upgrade it and get the newest ones.
That's why I say, as a woman, if you got a man and he rich, girl, you better let him fuck other pussy. Girl, I'll be letting him have babies and all type of shit if he was my motherfucking man. Look, listen. Now, Jawaka Tima called me. She said you got to come get them twins this weekend. I'm not watching no kids. I got Clarabelle back there in the back, and I got Marisol in the front. They're going to watch them kids. I'm finna go to the club, and she going to watch mine too. Okay, baby, I love you. No, my love ain't changed. I'm going out. I'll be back. Yeah, that's it. Because you got to let a boss be a boss. You got to let a snake be a snake. You got to let a dog do its barks. Everybody is here, and they placed in their own particular order for particular reasons. So I don't know how people are thinking anything other than that, and to be honest with you, I feel as though, again, on that note where people are like, hey, whatever makes them happy, I feel that too. I feel that too, because you don't get to live your true, honest life until you're living your honest life in a happy way. Like real life. Like, you could be with somebody and have a bunch of money and just be sitting there mad, miserable, and fucked up. Like, you got your bank accounts on E, but your heart beats. But you got an ice box where your heart used to be. You got your bank account is on up, but you got an ice box where your heart used to be.
She made that up herself. She didn't.
Just being in these relationships that don't make you happy, that don't fulfill you, that don't make you happy. And it's like, maybe this man was married to this woman, but she just did not make him happy. There was an episode that I watched personally, I saw, and they were introducing the wife, the one that was married to him. It was introducing her to like a couple of the other housewives. And they were like, oh, this is such and such, you know, her name. I won't say her name, but you guys all know her name. And she goes, hi. And they go, oh, she's married to Simon. And he's worth $40 million. Like, why did they have to, like, say that right there? So, and she goes, oh, it's okay. I'm about to get rid of him anyway. I'm divorcing him anyway. That's another thing. And I noticed that. And I need to give women the heads up out there. It don't matter what's going on in your house with you and your man. It don't matter. If these ain't your day one bitches that you riding with, that you see every day, that you with every day, that like sleep right next to you, that fuck with you the long way like that, then you don't need to be telling these bitches the updates. All right, bro. The updates. The bro is officially out the building. He's stepping out now. Just scream by to the podcast.
Sorry.
That was the one. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it there. He said, sorry, gotta go. That man is off to the hospital to be on the front line worker too, because he getting it. He all over. He rapping. He doing the hospital work, engineering. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fizzle, fresh in the building, for stopping through the podcast on the check-in, giving us a little insight. Yep. Now niggas is off this. Y'all heard it, yo. We out. So, back to the topic. Let's not jump off that, because it's a podcast. We can multitask. Okay? So now, my word of wisdom and advice to the ladies that are out there on the check-in listening. Hey. These batches don't need updates on your relationship. They don't need updates on your relationship, your healthy ass, good ass relationship that you in love with some. The haters don't need updates on your relationship. So on that episode of Housewives of Atlanta, when they asked Homegirl, when they told Homegirl, oh, when they said to Homegirl, oh, that's such and such wife, that's Simon wife, oh, he worth $40 million. She should have said, yeah, hey, and smiled. That's what the fuck I would have did. I would say, yeah, hey, hi, and smiled and looked at them bitches fiercely. But instead, she said, oh, who, him? Oh, yeah, I'm getting rid of him anyway. 40 million, okay, yeah, that's weird, whatever, that's what's up. But I'm about to divorce him. He getting out the house soon anyway. He got to go. So apparently you were publicly unhappy. He was secretly unhappy. And now when this man goes and he leaves the situation and he goes somewhere where he's obviously extremely ecstatic, happy, this woman gets bashed and called a whore and a homewrecker, because this is something that made her happy as well, because she was also coming from a relationship of turmoil. And with the child involved, trust me, who would know better than myself? So now it's like, oh, she's wrong. This is fucked up. Leave my Porsche alone. I like Porsche. I like her. Okay? I don't like some of the stuff that she does, but then again, I got celebrities that I like, but I don't like all the stuff they do all the time. I'm not going to like all the stuff that they do all the time. You know why? Because I'm not them. They're them and I'm me. So, at the end of the day, I differentiate that. And I say, you gotta let them be. You gotta let them be. You gotta let people be and let them be happy. And learn how to like really read between the lines and not, put too much out there. Because a lot of times, less is more. And I learned that. That's a thing. That's a thing, you guys. Less is more. Speaking of less being more, moving right along, right? So, topic number 2. Okay, so now California is allowing male prisoners to identify as gay/trans and be placed in women detention facilities, which the rape crime numbers are rapidly rising as a result of. So now there are men in men jail and men prisons saying, hey, I'm gay and I'm trans. I really want to be a woman. Put me in a woman jail. And they're going there and they're raping women and they're hurting and harming other women there. Now, hey, don't bust me in my face. Do not. Don't kill the messenger. Because I totally don't have anything against LBT community, trans life, anything of that nature. But again, we have to read between the lines. These men should not be being mixed with these women at all. Why? Because it's very dangerous, for one. Two, what if these people start getting pregnant and producing kids in jail? Because he still has the man penis organisms. And these women, of course, they still have vaginas. So, how in the world, let me ask y'all again, how in the world would you, or would a system prevent them from reproduction if they're left alone? Because I'm going to tell y'all, I did time in jail before. When I was in Rikers Island before, I did time in Rikers and I got some pussy in there. Yes, the fuck I did. I fucked in here. I think I fucked a few times. Few times I was in Rikers. I was not playing. I got some pussy. I was young, you know. Little young teenage little things, little tenderoni, you know what I'm saying? I had a little bitch in there because y'all know I was on my little tomboy shit when I was a kid. I had a little joint in there. I think her name was Ebony. I think that was her name. I ain't gonna hold you. And like we used to, like when the COs went to the front, we was in building 6. When the COs went to the front and they was like chilling or reading their paper, whatever the fuck they was doing, and it was like day room time for niggas to be out in the day room. Like, we used to go inside the cell, cuddle up in the dark, and lay up and hump on one another. I used to fuck. We used to fuck. So it's like, I know for a fact in these facilities, especially women facilities, these people don't watch people like that. They not being watched and they not being monitored properly. So it's so many different things that are at risk when you put those type of things and when those type of things come into play. You know, it's like really an offsetted situation. And actually, you know, on the check-in, you guys, y'all can check in at the bottom if y'all in English. If I have any of my callers on the check-in right now that wants to call in and check in and chime in on some of my topics, you guys are more than welcome, because I do have this as a topic hour as well, and a free topic hour, you guys. So go ahead and take advantage of that. If you speak English, chime in and jump in on the podcast. So back to it is, I'm totally against it. I would never ever want. Hey, Martin Hernandez, what's up? Shout out, welcome. Gree Arlo 740 joined. Welcome. Sarif Martinez, welcome. Yeah, I would never want my mother, sister, daughter, cousin, or any of them to go to jail, period. But I would never want them to have to go to a jail that I had to worry about if some dude was in there probably going to switch up and touch them. You know, prisons it's bad enough that those are places that people get violated the most. You know, that's a really bad thing. But now you got to think about people that are going through situations where there's stories that probably nobody even believes because of some of these laws that are being put in place. Like, I couldn't imagine who would pass a law saying, hey, let's put some men inside the women's jail because, you know, maybe it's the same people that passed the law for the weed. That wasn't a bad idea. You feel me? But at the same token, it's still a very dangerous idea. It's a very unsafe idea. And it violates women's rights in so many different ways. And they better be lucky that my family member ain't in none of them jails in California with none of those guys that's acting like they want to be trans girls and then go in there and try to fuck on one of my sisters or rape one of my sisters or rape one of my cousins or something like that. Because guess what? I would be checking their asses and I would be having their little asses brought down and beat the fuck up and some more shit. And on top of that, that's just an icing and piece of sprinkle on the cake. That's just a sprinkle on the cake of what I do. Because then after that, we're coming for lawyers and we're suing the entire system. The entire penal system got to pay. The penal system got to pay. If any female family member of mine go up in them prisons in California and one of them trans male that are acting like they're I was born a man, but I just want to pretend to be a woman because I'm in jail. Go there and touch my motherfucking sisters or anybody in there, nigga. You getting straight DP, my nigga. Niggas is DPing you. Like, at the end of the day, after that, then I'm getting lawyers and I'm going to get a hungry lawyer that's going to eat the case. Because Black Lives Matter. Why is people playing like that? And it's like I almost want to say that I don't know the color the color demographics of it all, of if this is happening majority with like African Americans or Hispanic. I wouldn't even sit there and try to make this up. But I'm going to go ahead and say that if it was, of course, even worse of a situation for me because I happen to be African American myself. So it kind of hits home. And at some point, I pray for the situation to get better, and I hope that they do find a voice or an advocate in a sense to go there and kind of talk for them and stand up for them in a way where they are represented well in their situations. And in a way where, I don't know, basically, they're represented but not harmed, because a lot of instances when jail situations happen and a lot of inmates report those things, sometimes inmates lose their lives. You know how many people have relatives right now and years ago and still to this day that go to jail, and they go into jail for little small ass bullshit charges? Is that my Raz? Raz? Hey, Raz. Yeah, they have bullshit charges. And they go to jail for that, and they're supposed to go in and come out. And they wind up going in, and the charges wind up being extended for all type of extensive dumb shit because they done caught some type of fight or some type of something in there. Some shit just done happen. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's more so a situation where it's like they went in there and they could have went in there for something simple, like a fight. Okay? And got locked up for it and trying to figure out, when they coming home and somebody pressing charges. Because some fights, to be honest with you, some fights are very violent fights, and some judges don't let people come home for fights. It's just real life. And you got people that are in there going through stuff like that. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. This happened or that happened. And now they're seeing unfair or really bad conditions within the prison. And then they start talking about shit or trying to talk about it or try to report it or write or grieve it. In our case, in Rikers Island, when we had to, talk about things that were, bad conditions in the jail, we had to do something called write a grievance. They would say, put in a grievance. Like, the showers, the water is horrible. Oh, the shower floors is bad. Oh, this is bad. Da, 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 da. Oh, you know what? Hey, take a grievance slip. They would say, hey, take a grievance slip and put in a grievance. And, hey, MD Shaw. They would say, put in a grievance slip. And Jeff Frank, welcome. Cassie, welcome. Shaq, Casey, NYC, welcome. I'm just shouting out a couple people here. You guys, if you're listening on a podcast, check in. Make sure y'all go out on this podcast. Make sure, aside of this podcast, y'all go out and y'all check me out on BeGoLive.com, where they got the livest host with the most on BeGo. Let's get it. And, period. I just want to educate everyone in my own little way. I'm sorry, nothing's little about me. Scratch that. I lied. Nah, I lied. I just want to educate everyone in my own super big way of letting you guys know that it's not okay to ever be violated in any kind of way, even if you did a crime. Because there's too many people out here that are in prison, in jail, in facilities, in halfway houses, and even some of our like teenage people that are in some of these orphanage group homes and some of these non-secure, limited secure facilities and detention centers, teenage youth and things like that. They've done crimes and they're there. So when they're there and they're having different things happen to them within the prison, like rape and some more other shit, some of them feel like they don't have the need to report it because they're already in trouble or they're already in jail for doing a crime. So it's like, you know what, I might as well not even tell nobody because like they feel like they deserve it or something because they brought it on themselves because they've already committed a crime. No, that is not correct. That is actually incorrect. It's insufficient. Because whatever crime somebody did to get themselves in jail, they're already in jail as is, paying for that as is. There should be nothing that someone in jail should have to pay for on top of being in jail for advocating for themselves for better living conditions. Fuck it, if you gotta do life in a jail, bro, that's where you have to live. So it's like, hey, can I get a little better living conditions here? I mean, yo, the judge said I have life here, not the death penalty. So if I'm sitting here and it's like, this shit looks like it's gonna kill you any goddamn way, y'all might as well gave a motherfucker fucking life already. Y'all might as well gave him motherfucker life. Thanks, friend. Appreciate you, babe. Y'all might as well gave a motherfucker life already instead of putting them in some of them fucked up facilities. Some of these prisoners that's out here that's doing time is in some of the worst messed up facilities. Bad conditions, no hot water, no heat. Coronavirus levels are extremely high. People are catching corona, dying. The cops are extremely, the SEALs are extremely abusive. You know, just different things that they're experiencing and they don't have a voice. A lot of these inmates, they don't have a voice. And I'm not talking about, all right, let's just take out the percentage of the ones that's murderers and that's child rapists and hurt people and hurt kids and shit. Let's take out the percentage of them. Because, yeah, maybe they deserve that. Put them in a fucking unit somewhere with all that shit going on. But for the people that are innocent or still fighting their cases, or in there because somebody naturally fucked with them and started them and they really had to defend themselves and they got arrested, self-defense, whatever, they do not deserve to be going in jail for that and then getting raped. They do not deserve to be going to jail for a fight and then getting raped. They don't deserve to be going to jail because they violated an order of protection and then they got raped or beat up or harmed. No. So me, myself, and the So Spicy podcast checks off the list that we are not in agreement. It is safe to say that the So Spicy podcast is not in agreement with the California laws of allowing male prisoners to identify as gay or trans and be placed in female detention center / facilities. We do not approve that message. And people and good people of California, if you're listening, y'all need to do some shit and fix it because it's not okay. What y'all gonna fuck around and do is y'all gonna fuck around, have somebody get hurt and killed or some shit. Okay? Killed the fuck out their asses. Or some shit real bad, some type of bad incident that sounds like a life or death. Some shit is going to happen to somebody the wrong way. And it's going to be on your head. So if y'all was smart, y'all would take heed to the public. And y'all would end that shit and throw it out the window. Because it don't sound like nothing good could come of that. Okay? Take it from me. Take it from me. If I never said nothing else, if I never said anything else, if I never said anything else, take it from me. Okay? And just protect yourselves as a business, as a company, as a law provider, whoever it was that made up that whole extreme thing. Like, that needs to be fixed on so many levels. And I'm praying for the people that are in those facilities right now. Guys, if y'all listening, if y'all can hear my podcast, my prayers and everything else goes out to you guys if y'all have to be living in those conditions. Because like I said, I know what it feels like to be in a facility, in a jail or some shit like that, and be there and you're not supposed to be around guys. Because if anybody knows, right when you went to Rikers Island back in the days, like if anyone ever did anything like that or had to go through anything like that, going to Rikers for anything, there was a thing like when you went to court, they had like the car. You went to court and they had like a little school bus, kind of like van bus thing going on that drove like, you know, the men and the women to court together. And they would try to violate, and they were so horny, and they would be in the back of the bus. Have you ever experienced that? If you ever got arrested in New York City, especially in Brooklyn, Central Brookings, he was leaving, you know, and Central Brookings in Brooklyn, you went to Rikers Island, and then you had to make a trip back from Rikers Island to go back to court. And you were a woman, and you were inside. You had to go to court. You had to go to court with men. So they would literally pick you up from Rose and Singer, and they would take you in the part of the school bus where they would lock you in like a little like a little cage, a 2-seater cage. It would be like probably 6 cages like that, and they'll put like women. And they'll put like women in those cages, 2 at a time, and lock it, and then it'd be like the first 6 rows in the front seat, and actually the first 8 rows, because the first 2 was separated for cops and shit, so they were separated from the front of us. Then the next 6 would be women, and then those were separated, and then the rest of the back of the bus would be all men. But it was a cage that separated us. And they were so fucking thirsty. Like, you would sit on the bus and you'd be ready to go to court. You'd be all mad and shit. Like, you had a fight or whatever you had going on, you know, that got you to be locked up and shit. Like, you know, whatever the fuck you did. Like, you know, I remember one time I got locked up. I got locked up for prostitution. And, basically, I was so fucking mad because I had already had another case that I was, like, you know, kind of running from. This is my young years. This is 2005. I was younger. And, like, I was just all over the place. So I was dancing at like this underground spot in Brooklyn. No, Jamaica Avenue. And the cops, they were there, but we didn't know they were there. I guess it was undercovers or whatever. They wound up kicking the fucking door in or whatever, and they like locked up all the girls and everybody. So they locked up like 45 girls. We was like on the chain gang, leaving out the fucking whole spot, locked to one another, walking out and shit in the snow. It started snowing, so we all got our bags and shit chained at our arm or ankle or some shit, and we all walking and shit. We got our little whole... Matter of fact, they didn't let us take our whole bag, so we had to leave our bags there. The only thing we could take, I believe, was like our purses, but like I would strip our whole bags with our outfits and shit, so bitches just with so many outfits and nice expensive shit. And if you ever danced before, or if you ever dated a dancer, you know those outfits and shit cost money, yo. So basically, it was just really a hassle because it was like, what? So I had to leave there with them, of course, because they locked us all up. And I wound up, you know, getting arrested for that. So it was surreal because I had been running for like months away from my PO. I was like, they're not catching me. I'm the gingerbread man. Catch me if you can. But like, you know, that's dumb as hell. When people, you running from your PO, tips to points to self. Here goes personal tip to everybody out there listening. If you ever running from your PO, Don't hang out in spots that's not legal, because as soon as they kick the shit in, you're going to jail, buddy, and you're getting a double charge for whatever the fuck you got into. So that's what happened to me pretty much. So, I was like really like, what the fuck just happened? I was sitting on that bus and I like my mind, like I had already, got locked up for it, and I wound up, seeing the judge and everything, send me to Rikers. So now, after a couple days, I had to go back to court. So I'm leaving from Rikers and I'm on a bus. And these guys in the back of the bus are like, hey, fat booty. Hey, big booty. What's up, big butt, bitch? Oh, I want to put my dick in your mouth. Like, it's just really vulgar shit that they're saying. And it's like, then they start trying to, like, touch you through the gate, pass you stuff through the gate. They can't control themselves or some shit. It's like, bro, if you touch me, I'm going to break your fucking finger right off through this fucking fence. That's the type of energy I had to maintain just to get to court and back. So imagine them placing one of those motherfuckers in a cell with me. Are you shitting me? And they're acting like they're so gay and they have gay rights. And motherfuckers ain't even gay straight. They want to fuck the shit out of the first bitch that they can get around. And be okay with it and get in trouble with it and go back to the other side. Like, yeah, I fucked. Cool, whatever, give me life. And it's so fucked up because that's what some of these guys that are in those situations in those jails are thinking. Like, oh, we're fucking, I ain't getting out no time soon anyway. Might as well act like, and I guess that's a scheme to get some good pussy once in a while, for once in a life and time until you get caught and then be out. Some bullshit. Now we're going to have some single motherfucking children coming from the penal system. That's some bullshit. I don't agree. I don't agree. And I just want better for them. I swear I want better for them. Speaking of better, yo, let's get into it. So I know y'all seen it. If y'all got social media, if you haven't been living under a rock, I know you guys seen it because I seen it and everybody else seen it. And it was funny as hell. I had to watch it like 4 or 5 times. So here it goes. Help the bear, because he definitely needs it. After rapper Mystical Trends, after video of a woman pushing a bear to save her precious pups goes viral. Okay, so I saw this video. And I'm like, oh my God. This lady was fighting a bear. Let me tell you something about Caucasian people and their pets. Let me tell you something about Caucasian people and their pets. They don't play that shit. Okay? The lady fought a grizzly bear over her Pomeranian. She's not playing. Bitch, what you trying to do to this Pomeranian? What? I will fuck. What? What, bitch? Corvette. Bitch fought a grizzly bear over her goddamn Pomeranian and her little poodle shih tzu. Yo, she had like 3 dogs running around the backyard, and the bear must have thought he was gonna come through this day and do some shit. What's up? It's me. And he thought he was about to go eat one of her dogs or some shit for lunch. I don't know what this grizzly bear thought. Yo, she wasn't playing. She came out in the Granny T robe. Shout out to Granny T. If y'all know Granny T, she on here on Bigo Live and she be having stuff on. Shout out to Granny T. She get that bag. Yeah, so she came out with the Granny T robe on, right? And she ran down on the fucking bed. Like, you better get up out. And I would have now, see, all right, let me tell you what the difference between what I would have did. I wouldn't have did no shit like that. I would have been at the door. I would have cracked the door and seen that motherfucker in the backyard. Man, bye. I would have started to call the motherfuckers from the window. Like, toodle. Oh, I'd have called the motherfucking dog. Pito, Tito, Nana, hey, come here, Nanas, woohoo, Nanas. Oh yeah, I would have called the motherfucker through the window or something. I probably would have just cracked the door and just gave him a call. Like, I'd give him a bird call, woo. Nigga, if you can't get that and run to me after, you don't understand that, you're left out and you're assed out. You're an assed out dog. Your barbecue dog, cat, or bird, or whatever fucking my pet was, it's over for you, bro. I'm not fighting no bear for you. I'm going to tell you what I'm not fighting for my pets. I'm not fighting. I'm going to let you specifically right now with animals I'm not fighting to save my pets from. Number 1. I'm not fighting a raccoon to save my pet. I'm not fighting a bear to save my pet. I am not fighting a kangaroo, because I seen that shit too. Some kangaroo I seen recently on Instagram has a brolic ass fucking chest. I'm not fighting no possums. Them shits are crazy as fuck. Them shits are like the demon's rats. They look like the devil's rat. A possum? Hell no. I'm not fighting an armadillo. I'm not fighting a porcupine to save my pets. I'm not fighting a skunk to save my pets. What else? Damn, that's like the whole jungle. No lions, tigers, and bears, and lions, and gorillas. None of that shit. Monkeys. None of that. Listen, you're on your own. I taught you. My cat been in the hood with me. My cat been in the hood with me for years now. I taught her every hood tactic that I could know. I taught her how to escape a fire. I taught her how to, stop, drop, and roll. I taught her how to play dead. I taught her to fight horrific, ferocious pit bulls. I taught her a couple things. I told her to hop off the roof from one roof to the next. I told her to do some shit. I taught her how to leap from the 7 floors of my window if some shit ever happened and land on all fours. Okay? I taught her mad shit. So now, Kitty, here's the part. Bitch, I take you to the suburbs and we see the grizzly bear and you're thinking that, Spicy is coming to come save your ass. Oh my God, please don't get Cupcake. I'm going to run out and just try to fist fight with that motherfucking bear the way the Miss Nice Caucasian lady did earlier in the video. Oh, hell no. Kitty, you going to be General TSO chicken today. Kitty, you going to be motherfucking sesame chicken Chinese food today. You're going to be all that shit. The shit that they make that we used to hate, that we were scared of eating, that we love how it tasted though, but we were scared of eating from the 90s in the Chinese restaurants in New York. That's what you finna be if the bear and shit catch your ass. Because I'm not saving my pet from no dangerous ass motherfucking animals. Now, let me tell you what I would save my pet from. I would save my pet from roaches. I would save my pet from a bee. Ooh, a bee. Fan of bee. Ooh, flies. Fan of fly. You know what I'm saying? What else I save my pet from? Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's it. I got too many. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I love my pets, but I'm sure the same way I found my cat straight in the hallway in the Bronx and Grand Concourse and High Bridge, I'm sure I could find another stray cat that would like to stay with me in my nice home again, okay? Hopefully I can. I don't want to take Cupcake for granted because she's a really good tabby cat. And she's not fixed and everything like that. So, I was a really good experience being able to get her because I had a horrible experience before because I actually adopted a cat. Because I know y'all sitting there judging me. Just stop. Everybody stop. Just listen. Stop for a minute. All right? Open your minds. Like, I had a cat, okay, that I ordered. I adopted from ASPCA. All right? They have that. It's like an animal control, so whatever, and shit. I adopted this cat, or whatever the case may be, the right way. I